Hello, this is Chad Blank. I'm doing the Falcon and Winter Soldier Season 1, Episode 1 title New World Order episode review. Let's get right into this. As soon as the scene starts, the show starts, you see Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, have Captain America's shield, which is his shield now, on the bed, he's trying to come to the fact that there's no more Steve Rogers, and now he is the next Captain America in a sense, but he doesn't know if he want to take that mantle. He's so indecisive about it because he doesn't feel like he can live up to that mantle, and he doesn't know if America will accept him as the new Captain America. And he struggles with that through this whole episode, but this one scene is powerful because it shows you sometimes people give you something they expect of you, and then you have to be honest with yourself and make sure you can understand that sometimes this is bigger than you, and he doesn't feel that he could handle the pressure of being Captain America of because of who Steve Rogers was when he was Captain America. Another thing I took from this, my second thing was when it comes to the Smithsonian scene right here, when he's looking at the shield for the last time before he goes up to the podium and makes the speech about how America needs a real hero, but he doesn't feel like he's that hero, and then he donates the shield to the Smithsonian. It's one of those things where sometimes something does belong to you, but you won't see it until it's either too late or you see it in someone else's hand. And and by the end of the episode, he's going to realize the government, like, it wasn't that the government forced him, but it was kind of like, oh, thank you for donating the shield. That's the best thing we could do for us. And when I get to my last reason or my last takeaway from this episode, you're going to realize why Sam should have just kept the shield. And because even after saving the army guy from the LAF, he realized he's not the hero. He feels like he's not the hero that America wants, and he has no idea what he wants to do. But like after being gone for 5 years, he doesn't know how to acclimate back to this world that went like just passed him by. Another and the third thing I took from this episode also, Bucky Barnes has PTSD. Easy as that. Now no longer being the killing machine that is the Winter Soldier. Even in my eyes, he is still the Winter Soldier, but he's no longer under that mind control that he was, just going around and killing for Hydra. Bucky Barnes has to live with the consequences of killing. I mean, a lot of villains, a lot of evil people, but they're killing some innocent people. Like he killed the son of a guy you're gonna see in the show, Yuri Nakashima. He killed his son just because he was trying to get into his room, and when I saw that scene, I was just hoping, please don't look over. He looks over, I'm like, yo, just get the key in the door. Just get the key in the door. Just get the key in the door. He might leave you alone, and that's that fight or flight. Sometimes people just they stiff up, and I know, sorry, I'm not saying that the guy who got killed, but it's one of those things where Bucky has to live with it now because he's like, even though he had no control of what he was doing, he has to live with those memories. And I was like, and Bucky's, and he has a little black book of all the rights and wrongs he's doing, either by arresting people that were pawns in Hydra, or going around and making amends with loved ones of people he's killed. and and this, like, you can see how even when he's on that date with I, the Japanese bartender, I could say more or less, at the sushi restaurant, how he didn't know how to cope with it, because you could see in the therapy session he didn't know how to he didn't know how to come open because he didn't know how to trust his therapist, and that's totally understandable. Because you think about you've been controlled for so long, for damn near most of your life, being controlled, being used for Hydra, for evil, and you don't know who to trust now. You don't know how to open up to people. That plus, like, all your family's dead, all your friends are dead. You're from a different time, and the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes, he had another one, and he's another one who 5 more years passed away from him because he got blipped away. He doesn't know how to acclimate back to this new world that's going on. We got another takeaway from this episode is the flag smashers. Um, I know they more or less evil. My thing is, are they control? Are they led by Baron Zemo? Because there's no Baron Zemo sightings in this episode, and that's kind of good because I kind of want to. I never want to see the villain, the main villain. Episode one, I kind of always want to see the henchman or like a like an idea of who the villains might be. And okay, you see the flag smashers, they steal some money, and then they get away into the darkness. All right, cool, boom. In the comic, I remember in the comics there were mostly men. I'm not sure if they might have not race, like gender swap, but I mean the comics were more back in the day. That's why they might have added some new characters to it. And the fifth thing I took away from this, you can't trust the government. In this sense, Sam thinks he's doing the right thing by giving the shield away, and then they just give it right to someone who looks like, in a sense, Captain America, what an American stands for. Because in this country, people are saying, "Oh, we're a melting pot." No, there's a double standard when it comes to people who look like Sam Wilson and people who look like John Walker, the new air quotes Captain America. You look at them, it's like they don't look the same. That's Captain America, but that's not our Captain. That's those are two different Captain America. To me, like John Walker, he's Captain America, but he's not. He's the Captain America wants, but he's not the Captain America that America needs. Overall, love this episode. People are already saying this is better than WandaVision. I'm not gonna compare the two; those are two different shows. To me, I was more anticipating for this show than WandaVision because I didn't know where WandaVision was going, but I knew where this show was going. Because to me, I love buddy cop shows, and the first episode you give us two different worlds, and I'm glad they did just combine the two in the first episode. You give us an idea of who Sam Wilson is, his family, his struggles he has to deal with. Of course, his family business. He wants to get a loan, can't. Even though you see Falcon, he saves the world, or he saves people. Sometimes the reality strikes in that you know as much as veterans come back, they do everything they do for the country, and they don't get special treatment. That's the sad thing about this world. Like, you can sacrifice everything, and you still won't get that help. That's and I mean people try to say it's not a race thing. It's veterans. A lot of veterans get discarded away. It's like, oh, thank you for your service, and then they just let you go. That's one thing I took from it. And with Bucky Barnes, he has to learn how to trust again, as well as he has to deal with his PTSD. You kill a lot of people, and it's like now you have to deal with the consequences of those memories coming back and haunt you. Overall, love this episode. If I had to rate it, I'd probably say it was an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely an excellent episode. Love it. Love this episode. And that's it. My name is Chaz Blinks, and thank you for watching this review. Have a good day, everyone.